Alright. Welcome back to Hero Without Class. Anime Review, episode number 12. We are here reviewing the 12th and final episode of Season 1. And this episode is called The Empress's Empire. Kind of a weird episode this one was. So we start off with basically finding the mysterious person who was watching Ariel from the last episode. Turns out she works for this mysterious Empress. We find out later on in the episode who this is. I'm like, really? So, and then he stops by a town while flying. Goes in hot spring. And then somebody walks into the hot spring room. Apparently it's a mixed bath. And he meets up with this mysterious, beautiful woman. And then he meets her later on. Turns out this woman's a ninja. And discovers, oh yeah, thanks to magic nearby. Like, oh yeah, so hide yourselves. You're still technically there somehow. And then he proceeds to defeat them all off screen. And then we have, get this, we have a dragon rider, a pirate princess. Yes, a pirate princess. A beast woman with some of her beastkin. I'm like, okay. And like, yeah, here's your generals. And then like, they're all beaten. And then go to the castle. Meet with like a wise person. And all these other people. Defeat all of them. And oh yeah, apparently that this mysterious empress wants Ariel for some reason to come to her country. The whole thing will be classless. And then we finally find out who this is. And it's Ariel's older sister who's not been seen in the show since episode 1. Yes, Arista. And she's the same exact size as she was back in episode 1. I'm like, did she not... I mean, this is like several years later. I mean, this is weird. At least the younger sister looks like she ages. This older sister is supposed to be much more taller. And yet she's... And this is kind of weird. It's like, yeah, and then she tells her brother to stop moving. I think he's like, nope, not interested. And then tells her to stop and then turns around. And then she demands that her brother marry her. I'm like, this woman's got a brother complex. She's obsessed with her brother. Like, I get the figure brother probably loves her, but not that way. Oh my gosh, it's like she's implied she really wants to have an incestuous relationship with her own brother. Her brother is not interested at all. Because, no, this is wrong. So, and somehow she thinks he'll be hers. I'm like, if this is supposed to be the older sister, why doesn't she look like her age? Why does she still look like a little girl? Yeah, this something is not explained. Like, apparently she just randomly found the country. And Ariel assumes, oh, maybe use the charm used on her to hypnotize these 8 beautiful women to basically be her generals. Apparently, they all did it of their own free will. I'm like, what? Yeah, this was very perplexing. And then afterwards, he finally goes home. You see Renair, who's not been seeing the show since episode 7. Yeah. And then we see his little sister, like, growing up a little bit. And then plays with a little demon. And then informs, like, what happened. Magic sent out me. It was friends. He apparently, you see him writing a letter. And then he leaves the very next day after talking to Renair. And then he flies off to the City of Monsters. And that's the episode. And you're like, that was an episode. It was weird. I appreciate the fact the anime didn't show him punching women. Or at least harming them. I mean, yeah, they're covered in mud. He's able to actually knock them out seriously, hurt any women, which is quite nice. It shows the fact that Ariel seems like, despite his mouth and somewhat how emotionless he somewhat is, at least basically he's not to the point of hurting women seriously. He probably is able to like knock them down, or at least knock them out. Like one thing, we don't see blood. There's no blood, no stab wounds. It's just, he just defeats these women very easily. Now, I can probably see why some people may not be, like, you see this character, and, oh, by the way, we do see cameo here by the Wizard Kids, who were last seen in previous episodes. Even Liliana, who was last seen back in episode 6. Yeah, back in episode 6 of the show. And, yeah. So, when people watch the show, it's like, okay, the guy's classless, but it looks like he doesn't express much emotion. People might think that the actor who's voicing this person might be getting off a wooden performance. No, I highly doubt that. I think the problem is basically, now, I do enjoy the show for what it is. I don't think it's a terrible show. And I was kind of surprised to hear, oh, we're getting a dub. And I watched the first 2 episodes of it. I actually kind of enjoyed the dub. Especially as I get a chance to see hear Monica Carroll's voice come out of the mouth of Rainier. Yeah. Oh, and also Ariel in the dub is voiced by a woman. And I haven't heard any more on that after the second episode. I probably will go back and watch remaining 10 episodes. But I would not be surprised because it's a high dive. It's basically a Sentai Films Sentai Films dub. So expect to see Lucy Christian somewhere in this dub. The only dub of theirs I have heard where Lucy Christian is not there, from what I remember, actually there's been a couple of them. One was Chain Soldier. The other was A Comet Got Killed. These two don't feature her at all, but a lot of the other ones do. I'm sure Farm Life in Our World, which is going to come out next year, I'm sure that's going to have Lucy Christian. Yes. So is Lucy going to miss next year? Yes, she is. The only anime I can kind of confirm for her that's probably going to be, she's going to be part of the dub is Farm Life in Our World. And probably One Piece if they release any more dub episodes. But aside from that, I don't think there's anything else per se. Not that I can think of, no. But there's that. I don't know. I mean, My Hero's wrapped up, so if you're wondering, like, oh, what about Izuru and Turgo's Dungeon? For that one, I have not heard anything if we're going to get a season 6. I have not heard anything at all. It's been pretty quiet on JC's part. Probably because they're busy focusing on One Punch Man Season 3. That's probably. Also, with this particular season wrapped up, my Wednesday is free. Yes, I now have a free Wednesday. And with the anime premiering next month, here's a very interesting question. Is there an anime premiering on Wednesday next month? The answer is no. None. There's no new anime premiering next month. So basically, I now have a free day. Yep. And Tuesday will be free in a couple weeks when Camp for Cooking in the World, first time in a few months, been free and probably remain free for quite a while. Thursday's going to have something. Yes, Thursday next month we'll have the return of Jujutsu Kaisen and Chain Soldier Season 2. Though, in the case of the two, I'm thinking probably, for these two, I'm going to wait for the dub to come out to watch those ones. My Hero Adventure Antiques, one probably release the same day. Fire Force, everything else, I'm probably just waiting for the dub. Yeah, unless, of course, we get a delay. I don't know if we are or not. But, yeah, that is pretty much it, particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next up we have is a comment corner. Actually, 2 comment corners, and I'm calling it a night. Okay, thanks, Phil. Bye.